Hello and welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another video. Have you ever wanted to know what Animal Crossing villager you would be in Animal Crossing? Would you be the adorable Lily, the fabulous Julian, the rugged Shep, the playful Stitches? Who would you be if you were in Animal Crossing? Well, today, with the power of BuzzFeed quizzes, I'm gonna figure out who I would be in Animal Crossing if I was a villager. I'm so excited for this because hopefully I'm gonna get, like Lily or Tangy, one of my favorites, and hopefully I don't get a villager that I don't like, because that would actually give me an existential crisis. We're gonna be taking multiple quizzes today, and I'll link all of these down below in case you want to take them as well. And if you do, please comment, who did you get on your quizzes? I want to know because I'm nosy. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Animal Crossing content. But anyways, let's get into these quizzes and let's figure out what Animal Crossing villager I would be. We're gonna start off with this BuzzFeed quiz here. This is from 2020, so it doesn't include the newer villagers that came out a little while after, but let's just go on ahead and jump right in. So how would your friends describe you? Energetic, money hungry, clueless. They say it's what's inside that counts. Saucy, everyone's favorite, calm, or sweetheart. Now what the heck does saucy mean? Does that just mean I'm constantly covered in like marinara sauce? I do really like spaghetti. I always hate questions like this because I don't know how my friends would describe me. Okay, I don't know. I think it's between calm and sweetheart. I'm just gonna go with sweetheart. I would hope. Next question is, what's your aesthetic? And we've got a bunch of different pictures here. We got some stripes, some like purpley stuff. We've got a cute sky. Is that a snake? Okay, a snake reflected. Okay. And then like a little worn down abandoned theater, some red velvet, some technological beep bop boop lines, and a map with money on it. Okay. I mean, I think you guys would agree with me. This is most like my aesthetic, this pretty cloudscape here, so I'm gonna go with that. Next question, pick the perfect first date. A McDonald's drive-thru, blind date, literally with blindfolds, watching infomercials, book club, helping the homeless, anything easy, race car driving, or picking flowers. Okay. We've got a lot going on here. A McDonald's drive-thru being the first date would be a really good test if the relationship is going to work, because if they are going to get upset at me for stealing the fries from the bag before we get home and eating them, then it's not going to work out, because I need my fries on the way home, okay? I don't want a blind date with blindfolds. Who wants to watch infomercials? I mean, I guess it's kind of interesting, but for the first time, when you're on a date with somebody, I don't know about that. I think the rest of these I wouldn't mind, except for race car driving. I think picking flowers is most my speed. That does sound really fun, and I get to bring home pretty flowers at the end, so I'm gonna go with that. Next question, what's your favorite song from this list? First option is I only read books. Some Things Never Change from Frozen, Truth Hurts from Lizzo, Señorita by Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, Money Money Money, Dance Monkey, I'm Number One from Muppets Most Wanted, and Say Something from A Great Big World. Okay, I don't think I could even tell you the chorus of any of these songs, except for Dance Monkey? No. I actually don't know how any of these go. But you know what? I love Muppets, so I am gonna choose I'm Number One from Muppets Most Wanted. I'm pretty sure I watched that movie as a kid anyways. I just obviously have the lyrics buried deep in my brain somewhere. They're not at the front. They're not at the front today. Next question. What's your favorite movie from this list? 5 Feet Apart, Fast and Furious, I'm a Mod from Club Penguin, The Mighty Ducks, Slumdog Millionaire, A Cinderella Story, Booksmart, and Grease. Okay, well, I've never seen any of these movies except for Grease, so I'm just gonna pick that one because that's literally the only one I've seen. What the heck are some of these? Seriously, what is this? Moderator rap battle? Like, who made this quiz? Hello? And finally, our last question is to pick a word. We can choose mustache, 6, mustard, spotty, eyeballs, cash, lightning, or peaceful. I feel like I've been choosing the bottom right option over and over, so like I'm kind of biased to not choose that one right now. I'm gonna choose cash because I'm just gonna manifest some dollar bills into my wallet because I actually have no cash in my wallet right now. So we got Molly! Oh my god! It says, you're sweet, you're cute, and everyone wants to be friends with you. Your soft personality attracts many people to you. In fact, many people want to hang out with you or have you as a neighbor. summer. That is so sweet. Okay, I like that one. Molly's cute. Hopefully it's a little bit accurate. I like to think so. Maybe. Well, this is a good quiz. I would recommend this quiz. You know, I wouldn't recommend it if it like gave me chops or something, but I recommend this quiz. Okay, that was fun. But we can't just do a BuzzFeed quiz and call it a day. No. I picked out a second quiz for us to do. It's here on this website called Beano. I've never heard of this website before. Let's go ahead and let's start off with our quiz here. So we can pick out an outfit, either hoodie, smart jacket, gray tartan top, or pink top. I was gonna go hoodie, but then pink top showed up, so I think I'm gonna have to choose pink top. Okay, what kind of animal would you rather be? A reptile, a bird, a big mammal, or a small mammal? Honestly, a bird, because I want to be able to fly around and just like have total freedom and literally just vibe in the trees. That sounds so nice. Plus, people are like more likely to feed random wild birds, you know what I mean? People feed seagulls, people feed the birds in the park, so I literally could get like free french fries all the time as a bird. That sounds great, so I'm gonna choose bird. Which of these is more important? Sleeping, making friends, everyone knowing how great you are, or having fun? I gotta go with having fun, guys. I gotta go with having fun, even though sleeping and making friends is really important too, but let's go with having fun. How are you feeling today? Which one emoji would you choose to describe that? Cheeky, excited, relaxed, grumpy, sad, bored, happy, loved, angry, or worried? Okay, there's a lot of options here. I think I'm gonna go with relaxed because I am feeling nice and relaxed. I'm gonna read some books later. It's great. We're doing a nice chill little video today, taking quizzes. I do feel the relaxed vibes. Next question with this amazing Tom Nook picture. Pick a quote. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm not bald. I've just got fine feathers, that's all. One good purr deserves another, or snoot. Okay, I don't resonate with the bald one. I don't. Slow and steady wins the race. That's pretty good. One good purr deserves another is kind of speaking to me because I think of that in like a ooh purr way, you know, if like you're hyping somebody else up. So if you're hyping somebody else up, then you deserve to be hyped up too, and we should all be hyping each other up, you know? So I'm gonna go with that one. What are these pictures? Oh my gosh. Okay, question number 5. Which of these would you rather have in your house? A conga drum, a palm tree, lots of fossils, or a boombox? The drum, no, because I know that my boyfriend would be slapping on that thing like all the time, 24/7, and like I'm trying to focus on editing and I just hear him drumming in the distance, so we're not gonna have a drum. A palm tree, I seriously wouldn't mind. Like there's palm trees outside, so it's just a matter of like moving it in a couple feet, you know what I mean? Fossils would be really cool. I could like look at them, I could hold them, I could put a little magnifying glass in front of them. That'd be cool. That'd be sick. And a boombox, not really. Again, just not a fan of like a bunch of noise all the time. So I think fossils would be interesting. Let's go with fossils. Next question. Which of these words best describe you? Relaxed, grumpy, classy, or fun-loving? Well, I would say I could be any one of those on any given day, but I think I'm gonna go with relaxed because I think for the most part I am relaxed. I mean, I do love fun. I love fun things, but I feel like that's more of an adventurous type of thing. Like, oh my gosh, I love to go out and have fun 24/7, and that's not really me. Like, having fun to me is just like play video games at home and eat snacks and drink Coke Zero. So I'm gonna go with relaxed because when I'm doing all those things, I am at peak relaxation. Next question. What theme is your house? A natural, cool, harmonious? I think it's harmonious, or cute. I think I'm gonna go with cute. I mean, like, my office here is pretty cute, so I'm gonna stick with that one. Why is there a Billie Eilish with a dog picture? Okay, what are you listening to right now is the next question. Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, Stormzy, Met, whatever, really, who cares? Unfortunately, I do have to pick that one because I am not listening to any of these three right now. Wow, this quiz has been amazing just for the pictures alone, seriously. Last question, where would you rather go on holiday? USA, Italy, Botswana, or Japan? I think I'm gonna have to go with Japan, honestly. There's like a bunch of super cool Animal Crossing stuff in Japan. Japan, and I'm already here in the USA. I'm okay. I don't need to go there on a vacation. So we're gonna pick Japan, and I think this is the final question that's gonna give us our result. Okay, moment of truth. I'm gonna click it. Yes. Yes! We got Rosie! You're a peppy villager, like Animal Crossing favorite Rosie the cat. You're one of the friendliest and most excited villagers in the game, and definitely one of the most popular. Great fashion sense too. Thank you, random Animal Crossing quiz. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, we have been getting such cuties today. And even though I'm not a super huge fan of the peppy personality in the game, like I love all the peppy villagers, but I will take it. I love it. Oh my gosh. But next, let's move on to our final quiz. This is a personality test. This whole test is based off of like a different personality test that exists. So these kind of describe different like Animal Crossing players. For example, ambition. Players with high ambition scores tend to play effectively and vigorously. They aim to achieve as much as possible and strive to complete the game. They may choose to indulge in time travel and glitch exploitation. They derive enjoyment from playing the game to its fullest extent. So kind of like a personality that is associated with specifically Animal Crossing, if that makes sense. It is 70 questions, so this is going to be a bit of a longer one, but I thought this one would be really interesting. So let's go ahead and get started. Question number 1. At its core, Animal Crossing is a game about getting away from reality. I would say I agree. It just makes sense to plan out your tasks before you start up the game. I would say it does make sense, but you don't always have to do it. So I'm gonna go with a neutral. I wish I could trade with any player through the mail rather than having to visit them. Okay, yes, strongly agree. Animal Crossing has resulted in me neglecting real world responsibilities. No, I don't think so. I don't think I've had to do that. I enjoy sharing my creations with other players. Strongly agree. I often sit around and do nothing just to take in the scenery. Not really. Like, maybe sometimes I'll just kind of like run around and just like enjoy my builds, but meh. My ultimate goal is to build a breathtaking island. Strongly agree with that. I use planning tools or sketches before I do major terraforming. I'm gonna go with agree because if it's like something real big, like the bread tag cliff I just did, yeah, I'm gonna go with agree because I'll do that. Sometimes I time travel to speed up progress or get some extra resources. Strongly agree. There's no need to chit chat during trades with other players. See, the thing is, the chatting system is so difficult unless you have the app installed, and even then it's just like kind of clunky. I'm gonna say I disagree. I disagree. At least like a little bit of like a hey, thanks, a bunch of emotes, like spam emotes, like I'm gonna disagree. I genuinely enjoy speaking to my villagers. Strongly disagree. Don't come for me, please. The island was fairly ugly when I began, but when I'm done with it, it will be beautiful. Strongly agree. When I'm at school or work, I lay out a mental agenda for what I will do next time I play. See, this is really tricky for me specifically because what if Animal Crossing is my work, you know? I'm gonna go with, I guess when I'm planning videos, I do kind of have a mental agenda for like the next video that I'm gonna do or the next Let's Play, so I'll say agree. If I traded with others online, it would be more about meeting people than actually trading. I'm gonna say disagree. Honestly, this game is not very important to me. Strongly disagree. It is crucial that I complete my museum at some point in the future. Strongly disagree. Animal Crossing is a sandbox game focused around creation and design. Strongly agree. I don't plan my in-game week. Every day is a surprise. I would say strongly agree because I don't really plan anything aside from like, you know, builds and stuff. If Animal Crossing were a single player game, it would be much less fun. See, the thing is, it's low-key already a single player game. I'm just gonna go with neutral on that one. My design choices are deliberate and methodical. It's actually a yes, even though I don't specifically like plan things or like do builds with like a millimeter of like, okay, this needs to go here and this needs to go here. I do kind of like wing it in that way, or sometimes I'll just leave things imperfect. But for the level that I am on, not flexing at all, but like the way that we play here in like the YouTube Animal Crossing community, our design choices are deliberate and very methodical. Having very specific like custom designs, that is deliberate and methodical, and like we're so used to it, but a lot of people don't play that way at all. So I'm gonna go with strongly agree. I don't want to change my island too much. It's nice how it is. Strongly disagree. Completing the catalog is a realistic goal for me and I can do it. Strongly disagree. I would host a tournament to play mini games with other players. Oh, strongly agree. That would be so fun. Leaving the game for several days is no worry. Strongly agree. I would utilize a duplication exploit if I had the chance. Strongly agree. Nintendo, don't listen to that. I use online communities like Reddit to engage with other players. Well, I don't use Reddit, but I do use YouTube, so strongly agree. I always indulge in the seasonal events, even if they aren't productive. I'm gonna go with disagree because some of them I might, but like I've still never done the Thanksgiving event to this day. My ideal island is precise and functional. Strongly disagree. I want it to be chaotic and beautiful and hard to walk around. I choose my villagers based upon the designs of their homes. Strongly disagree because we can change that now. I often stop what I'm doing to enjoy the hourly music. I don't stop what I'm doing, but I do enjoy the music, so I'm just gonna go with neutral. I spend a lot of time playing this game for therapeutic or relaxation purposes. I feel like I gotta go with neutral on this because if I'm ever playing Animal Crossing, there is some sort of chaos going on my island. It's never relaxing. It seems fun to invite strangers to my island for no particular reason. I agree. I often begin an activity quickly, get bored with it, and then move on to another activity. It really depends. If I'm just doing that like on my own time, if I'm doing something small on my island just by myself, not recording, then yeah, that can happen sometimes. But when I'm like focused on a build for a video, that doesn't really happen. So I'm just gonna go with disagree. I use many custom designs and most of them are made by me. This one's hard because I do use a lot of custom designs, but most of them are not made by me. I'm just gonna go with neutral or unsure. If I need a specific piece of furniture for my house, I will get my hands on it, no substitutes. For the most part, agree with that. Sometimes if I'm feeling too lazy, I won't, so agree. Achieving my personal goals is more important than sharing them. I would say I disagree because I love to share my goals with you guys. There is no rhyme or reason to my terraforming. I just build things when and where I feel like it. For the most part, yeah. Like sometimes I do plan it out, but for the most part, it's just like pure vibes. So I'm gonna go with agree. It always feels more fun to be playing with a friend. I would say agree for the most part, even though I don't really play with people because everybody has stopped playing Animal Crossing. When designing, I care more about aesthetics than symbolic meaning. Strongly agree. I spend a lot of time building things and then tearing them down over and over again. I would say I do spend a lot of time building things, but not like tearing it down over and over, so I'm gonna go with disagree. I don't care what others think of my island, only my opinion matters. See, another tricky one because, of course, your opinion is always gonna be like the only thing you should care about for your island, but I do typically have like thousands and thousands of opinions that are on my island, and I do care about you guys liking it too, because if I build something and you guys are like, Raven, that is so ugly, like you're literally hurting our eyes every time you show this build in your island, like I literally had to unsubscribe because of it, then obviously I care about that. I don't want to hurt your poor eyes. So I'm gonna go with disagree. Usually I would rather chat with my villagers than develop an island. Strongly disagree. It is fun to lazily walk around the museum reading the character descriptions. I cannot remember the last time I walked around the museum other than like maybe I was looking for a specific villager and I could not find them anywhere, so I'm gonna go with strongly disagree. My achievements in game are part of my real world identity. Yeah, strongly agree. Going to Harv's Island to set up scenes and take photos is lots of fun. I'm like, it is, but I never want to do that, so I'm just gonna go with disagree. Everything on my island should fit together neatly and cleanly. Like ideally, sure, but it doesn't matter that much if it's not neat or clean, so I'm just gonna go with neutral. If multiplayer was faster and worked better in general, my life would be so much easier. Strongly agree. I have a set theme for my island and I don't deviate from it. Strongly agree. I limit my playtime so I don't become obsessed. Strongly disagree. It's too late for me. The thousands of hours have already been sunk. I'm already 5 years deep into this game. When visiting a Nook Mystery Island, I quickly grab what I need and get out. For the most part, yeah, agree. I would rather give away valuable items to strangers just for the heck of it. Absolutely, strongly agree. My house storage is overflowing and disorganized. I would say you can't really have it be overflowing in Animal Crossing technically because there's a limit to what you can put in your storage and it's usually organized. So I'm just gonna go with neutral because I don't really know what they mean by this question. I bond with my villagers on a personal level as if they're not just lines of code. Strongly disagree. I have a deep interest in the inner workings of the game, including data mine mechanics. Do I have a deep interest? Not really, but I do find it really interesting, like, you know, when you're villager hunting and like the mechanics of that and like the data that pertains to it. So I do think that's interesting. I'll say agree. I love to brag about my creations to others. Does me posting videos about it count as bragging? I think it does. I have to say agree. Nothing beats a symmetrical, orderly system of walking paths. this. If you know me, you know I gotta hit him with the disagree. I see the online community as competitive and I indulge in this, a race for accomplishment. I do not see it as competitive. What the heck? I'm gonna go with strongly disagree. It is unfair that I have to interact with others to get island-specific Nook shopping items. I think this was made before the 2.0 update where you don't have to do this anymore, so I'm gonna go with neutral because this is not relevant anymore. I actively game the stock market to get loads of bills. Strongly disagree. I haven't done that since 2020. I manage to accomplish a lot every day without the need for plans or schedules. Again, this one's hard for me because usually when I'm logging in, it's to record a video and I already had it planned. I'm just gonna go with neutral because I don't know. Designing great things and sharing them with other players is what Animal Crossing is all about. I gotta go with a agree, not a strongly agree, because there's other things that Animal Crossing is all about, but agree. Money making techniques stress me out. I'd rather go at a steady pace. It doesn't really stress me out, but that's because probably I've played for so long, so I'm gonna say strongly disagree. When the seasons change, I care more about enjoying the scenery than obtaining seasonal items. I think I would rather have the items. Maybe. No, I do like the scenery. Like when it's fall, it's like a vibe. Oh, when it's winter, I love the music and the snow. I'm gonna have to say agree, actually. I'm gonna say agree. I built only for the beautiful finished product. The process itself is loathsome. Strongly disagree. I love the process. I prefer to keep to myself and focus on personal progress. I kind of agree with that. I kind of keep to myself over here. I don't care about achievement. I just want to relax. Disagree. There is no relaxing when you're building an island. Only chaos. Measure twice, cut once. Important tasks should be thought about beforehand. Wing it. Wing it. Disagree. I change my clothing frequently and wildly to show other players my ridiculous side. Strongly disagree. I pick one outfit for an island and we're done. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want. Order is no fun. Strongly agree. Okay, last question. We already made it. I care about collecting all of the reactions so I can better express my feelings to others. See, I do care about collecting all the reactions, but it's not about like expressing my feelings. It's just I love to have options when I'm taking screenshots for thumbnails. So I'm just gonna say a nice and simple agree. And here are the results. Okay. No idea what this means, but hopefully we'll find out. Okay, I'm like 70% creation over here, 60% social. I'm like almost 50-50 with serenity and ambition, and then 50-50 with like flow and structure. Okay. Ooh, these are all of like the different combinations, I guess, down here. But okay, we got AOCX. It says here X indicates a neutral position, so I guess that it could go either way on the last one here because I'm like almost 50-50 with structure and flow. Okay, so let's go back to the homepage and kind of read into this a little bit more. So I was A for ambition. High ambition scores tend to play effectively and vigorously. They aim to achieve as much as possible and strive to complete the game, whatever that may mean to them. So I think that does apply to me because like, yeah, I'm not playing the game like with beep bop boop, like I must play effectively, like do as much as possible, you know, like I'm not trying to be effective down to the minute or something, but I am always striving to complete the game in whatever way that means to me, which is like finishing the island. So that's always my progress. They may choose to indulge in time travel and glitch exploitation, like duh, yes, and they derive enjoyment from playing the game to its fullest extent. I wouldn't say that really applies to me, but like maybe in terms of decorating, yes it does. Like I enjoy decorating to the fullest extent. The next one was O, which is social. So players with high social scores adore interaction with other human players. It is not the goods exchange between players that matters, but the act of trading itself. They may compare their island to others. To them, the game is truly a multiplayer experience. Isolating oneself is severely limiting. I would say I don't specifically go out of my way to like do multiplayer Animal Crossing a lot, but I do really enjoy it when it happens because it's just so sweet and so cute. Okay, and the T was for creation. So players with a high creation score see the game as a construction sandbox. These players enjoy terraforming, creating custom designs, and furnishing their homes. Their enjoyment of the game stems from having ideas and painting them into reality. Their island is not desirable as is, but must be made so through their creative energy. Yes, 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 that is so me. Absolutely. For the last one, I guess I was 50-50 between flow and structure. So flow says, players with high flow scores play to spontaneity and momentary passions. They find enjoyment in starting up the game without pre-planned commitments. They may jump between activities frequently. To them, the game is best played by doing exactly what they want in the moment without regard for the past or future. Meanwhile, structure is players with high structure scores play through plans and routine. They desire an island that is orderly both in form and function. They may have a list of tasks for a given day and schedule time to complete them. In creative endeavors, they strive to design neatly and to an excellent standard. I can see why it put me in between both of those. Like, yes, I don't need to plan every single thing about playing my Animal Crossing island, but I do like to plan things occasionally, especially for like larger projects. And yeah, sometimes I'll have lists of things I want to get done on a Let's Play, but even though I have that list, it's not really planned exactly how I'm going to achieve the list or how I'm gonna like break it all down or like the order. So like I definitely kind of like go zigzag, like weave through both of those at the same time. If you have any more fun Animal Crossing or just like any quizzes in general that you want me to take for a video, also leave me the names of them down below. I hope you enjoyed this video and just taking these silly quizzes with me. I know that I did. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.